Hello everybody, so I've got a couple of questions for you. Is it important to sound intelligent in English, and how can we sound intelligent in English? Well, first of all, I don't think it is important to sound intelligent in English unless that's what you want. If you want to sound intelligent, sound intelligent. If you don't want to sound intelligent, don't sound intelligent. Sounding intelligent is actually an opinion. So somebody might think I sound stupid. That's okay. Other people might think I sound really clever. That's also okay. That's not a problem at all. But there are some things that you can do to sound a little bit more intelligent. Okay? And this has got nothing to do with accent. Your accent doesn't make you sound more intelligent or not. Trust me, because a lot of people think the British accent makes you sound smarter. It's not true. Okay? The accent's got nothing to do with it. I know plenty of people who have the same accent as me. Some of them sound really clever, and some of them don't sound clever at all. That's fine. That's the way it is. Okay, so what can we do to sound more intelligent? Well, first of all, we don't want to say all the time, because we use in English a lot when we're thinking. So, for example, if I ask you, what do you want to do tonight? And you're like, I don't know, maybe we can go and get pizza. Okay, this doesn't sound very clever. Instead, if you need time to think, you can use Okay, this sounds much better. What do you want to do tonight? Maybe we can get pizza. Okay, it's a very simple trick you can do to sound more intelligent in English. I think it's because when you say it's like your mouth is open, so this is quite a rude sound. But your mouth is closed at the end, so it doesn't sound as rude. Another thing you can do to sound more intelligent is don't say the same words all the time to fill gaps in your sentences. For example, in Britain, a lot of people use the word like. So they will say, tonight I was thinking of like going and seeing my friend like, but I don't know if she has time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my, this is the worst, okay? When people use words like all of the time, just filling gaps, and it's not even the use of the word like, okay? So if you want to sound more intelligent, avoid doing this. Every sentence that you have should have a purpose, and you should use the correct words in the correct place, not as just fillers, okay? Gap fillers in a sentence. Another thing you can do, of course, is use a wide variety of vocabulary. So the first thing you can think about is adjectives. Okay, use different adjectives. Don't always use the same simple adjectives. For example, don't always say, I am good. You're going to say, I'm fantastic, I'm marvellous, I'm wonderful, I'm great. Okay, there are so many other options. Also, for example, maybe you want to say, I'm sick. You could say instead, I'm feeling under the weather. Okay, you can use an idiom to say, I'm under the weather means I don't feel very well, I'm feeling sick. So how can you learn more adjectives, more idioms, and more expressions? Well, watch videos like this on YouTube. You can watch videos also like on my Instagram page where I do little short videos where I teach vocabulary such as adjectives, also idioms and expressions. So every day you've got something new. And also read a lot. By reading, you increase your vocabulary. Okay, so this is something really simple that you can do. It takes a little bit of work, I know, but you can do that to learn more vocabulary and sound more intelligent in English. And also, you can work on verbs. So instead of saying, I don't want to go to the shopping centre, you could say, I would rather not go to the shopping centre. Okay, so using rather than I don't want to, sounds much more educated. It's going to make you sound much more intelligent. There are so many verbs you can use to substitute verbs you already know that will widen your vocabulary and make you sound very clever. Okay, like even native speakers, this is advice for. They can do that. If you read a lot, that will really help as well. So there are many things you can do to sound more intelligent. Increase your vocabulary. Use different verbs. Use different adjectives. Don't say like all of the time. You can also use quantifiers. For example, when you're making comparative sentences, so you might want to say, my house is much bigger than your house. Don't use much all the time. You can use other words to quantify the difference in size. You can say, my house is significantly bigger than your house. Okay? Or my house is far bigger than your house. Or my house is slightly bigger than your house. Okay, you can use these quantifiers that sound much better than a bit, a lot, much, which is quite simple vocabulary, just to sound more intelligent with comparative sentences. And that's another thing I wanted to get to. To sound more intelligent, you don't have to use perfect grammar, but using correct grammar does help. Because if you don't use correct grammar, like a lot of native speakers do as well, it does, for a lot of people, make them sound not as clever, not as educated. So if you want to sound educated and clever with that kind of English, make sure you're using the correct grammar. I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm not saying that's the correct English. I'm not saying that's what you have to do to sound intelligent even. But if that's what you're aiming for, you can do that to sound more intelligent, guys. So there are many things. It's not the most important thing in the world to sound really intelligent, really, don't get me wrong. But there are things you can do to sound more intelligent. Let me know if you can think of any other things you can do to sound more intelligent. Let me know in the comments, and also tell me, do you think it's important to sound intelligent when you're speaking English or when you're speaking another language? Or maybe there's something that you have in your language that makes you sound more intelligent. Okay, let me know in the comments. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you guys in the next class.